He's in the studio. He's very up and about still.
Well,
3 out of 3, the mighty Royals, the Sandover medalist, the one-game wonder from the West Coast Eagles. But the man who said Melbourne were no good.
I did say that, yeah.
You've said that a few times.
Did I
now.
say that, actually?
Yeah, no,
you
we've replayed it.
It was quite emphatic.
Which one of your teams is any good at the moment, apart from East Perth?
It's a great question. Because
North Melbourne are stinking the joint up.
Would have said Gold Coast, they weren't good. Would have said GWS, they were also no good.
Fremantle, you got a connection there.
Fremantle, yeah, but they're not good.
But then, what about their midfield? We get a lot of people saying...
their midfield's good. Yeah, great midfield.
Best in the competition, I believe.
Yeah, best in the comp, but they couldn't do much else. Geelong are very good. Happy with Geelong. That's it.
They're one of your teams
and
now,
Collingwood are exceptional.
Yeah,
there you go. There's a couple of good teams.
Do you still believe that Fremantle has the best midfield in the competition?
Not after watching Max Gawn on the weekend. If Sean Darcy can half that battle, then yes, but he just got obliterated.
He's coming off a low base, though, Darcy. He's going to take a little bit of time.
True. But until that gap gets bridged, they don't have claim to the best midfield.
What's he played now? Has he played 3? Or did he come back and gather round?
Couple.
2.
Yeah, he's played 2 now.
It was stark on the weekend.
Oh, boy, yeah. Gawn was phenomenal.
Especially late. That's what I mean. So I think there might have been a bit of fatigue element there.
Yeah.
And he's lost all his powers. He's lost his
strength.
Yeah.
He's lost too much weight.
He needs to blow out again.
Breath of fresh air would knock him over at the moment.
Yeah. Scott, how do you do that?
Well, I can help him. Put down the salad. Just avoid it. Be a salad dodger.
More sausage rolls.
More protein.
You don't make friends with salad.
No
Never
good
have,
story.
and you
No
never
good
will.
story's ever started with.
Yeah.
So I was having this salad.
Yeah, I was having this delicious salad.
Ever.
Can I ask you about East Perth, though, on a serious note?
Yeah.
3 out of 3, because I'll be honest, and I think the WA football community, Scotty, and so we all felt there was a cliff coming because of the loss of a few players. You were very adamant that you thought the replacements and the development of your group were going to put yourself in a position. It is only 3 games in, but you still had 3 wins.
Yeah, it was a clear that we had 2 of our 2 best players leave, and then we've got some different players come back, and I think I've been saying it for a while that I think we're a different team, but I feel better rounded, and we've got a forward line now that isn't just relying on Mitchy Croden kicking lasers inside 50, and we can put it up there with a bit of air, and Sebbett will make a contest, and Benny Middleton will crash packs, and Mitch Schofield will find his hands on the ball. And last year it was, we had Tom Medhat who played out of his skin, and Tom Graham, who's such a young guy who's still finding his feet at league level, and I think we expected too much of them, and now we've got that balance around the football a little bit better. So yeah, it's a good spot to be in, and beating Claremont, your mob. He's always nice.
Yeah, which mob I'm going for at the moment, but I probably had Clement, but both my mobs are outside the 8, and don't you start. Your team is absolutely shocking.
Well, I don't have a team at the moment.
Yeah.
We're just
Are
waiting.
you involved in the coaching staff down there anymore?
I haven't done a lot this year, no.
Right,
Which
and
is
Andrew
clearly,
Pruitt, a mate of yours, are you going to put him on notice? Is he
No.
the new Alistair Clarkson? Should we focus on sort of where they're at?
No, Pruitt's
They're
doing
below
it.
West Coast in the WAFL.
Are they really?
Well, so they should be too. West Coast and AFL listed team.
Oh, here we go. We'll pull that card
Of course
out.
they should be.
Have you seen the back half of their squad?
We're missing about 12 players at the moment.
Oh, of course you are.
Just can't get the camel on the park.
You're pretty emotional after the win.
That was me back in the booth. That was me.
What was so encouraging that you found over the last couple of weeks is the way you've finished games. You've been challenged and you've been in positions where the game could go either way. You could be 1-2 or whatever, but you're 3-3. Is it something to do with the way you're finishing games that's making you happy?
Yeah, well, last year we had that stretch, and it was annoying for me because I was watching from the sidelines injured, but we were up by 30 points, and then we just came right back and let them right in the door. And I think, it's impressive the way we're finishing, but I feel like this year we haven't had a game that's looked easy, and everything's we've worked for everything, and it's just gone back to a little bit more of just basic one-on-one, win that contest and get it forward. And I think that gel will continue to get stronger, and we will have that connection, and there will be some passages that start to look easy. But at the moment, it's just been really good team football, and we're not relying on any individuals, and it's just been the 22 blokes getting it done. And yeah, on the weekend was a massive example of that. You go 4 goals down the first 10 minutes, and you use the rest of that game to chip it back. It was massive.
Goss has a propensity to, when we get a guest on, to point out what they're struggling with.
course.
Right.
That's fair enough.
Some of them take it okay, others don't. 24, no goals for you on the weekend. I mean, that's not vote-catching sort of stuff. Any chance you can push forward and hit the scoreboard a bit more?
Well, I do need to. I kicked 2 in the first game. I like to.
No, we're not talking about the first game. We're talking about the
just-
weekend. You're only as good as your last game.
You
aren't
are only as good as your last game. Look, to be honest, we had a number of goal kickers up forward. Happy to give the boys a bit of room. I probably, and I was in a good position twice and got done. So I have to put that on myself for not having a shot on the
We'll
weekend.
look out for that against
Yes.
Perth.
That's
Speaking
fair
of
enough.
goals, the WAFL website, and I saw online on socials, put up the goals of the round.
Fantastic.
It was fantastic. It was 3 rippers.
You're up and about, though.
So I'm gonna put up
Thanks to the jiffy.
the last goal. Have a listen to this.
They're out here, Erdley. Up the Hayden Ballantyne wing he goes. Out the back, Leggett juggles the mark. They've got the numbers here, East Fremantle. The kick is okay. The hand pass over the top. Can they get there, the Sharks? The hand pass away, the snap. Towards goal. Oh! He's kicked it! Unbelievable! What a goal! One of the goals of the season.
No, look, good commentary.
One of the goals of the season.
No, yeah,
He's kicked it.
yeah.
He's kicked
He's
it.
kicked it.
I'm trying to find out if Hees is on the book.
He's kicked it,
got
yeah.
Yeah, that's his surname. He's.
Ben Hees.
H-double-E-S.
Keezy's cousin.
Hey,
Ben Hees.
settle down. I'm not trying it. I'm just getting the young fella, some online, some on air
Yeah,
coaching.
advice.
Yep, we need a name.
Yeah, all he just needed to do that was, he's kicked it. Whackity whack whack.
Whackity whack whack. I'm still trying to work out who kicked the goal.
Yeah.
The young fella commentating, very good call.
Great call.
Probably could have
Just
gone to his footy budget.
A name would
Well,
help.
into the end in here, that was.
So he's going to get
Some
goal of the
learning
year
curve.
contender.
Yeah,
we don't know who
East
kicked it.
Freo. East Freo get $5,000. They need it too because they get no tickets.
Player X.
We're going to
No
take a
tickets
break and
sold.
come
Learning
back.
curve for all young callers, Goss.
Hamish Brayshaw is here. Exactly right. Just give us the name. That's all we want. Just give us the name. As we're sitting and driving along, we want to know who kicked the bloody goal. Double demerit supply from midnight tonight until midnight Sunday for drink and drug driving, not wearing a seatbelt and running a red light. Get caught and you could lose your licence twice as fast. News around the corner, and then we'll come back with a quick sports update, and Hamish Brayshaw will continue. Thanks for waiting around. We appreciate it.
Nah, always, mate.
Very good. Did you enjoy the sports update?
A beautiful sports update.
Nutrient Water sponsored the sports update.
Do they really?
Yeah.
I might get some of that. I'm feeling a little bit lacking nutrients at the moment.
It's for your garden.
No. They're pretty.
Yeah, that's right. That's me.
They're all encompassing. Don't worry about that. You'll grow. You might grow.
What was that one? Vitamin water. That was the one I'm
Now,
thinking of.
you work for Paywise. I don't know if you. Now, I opened the show by mentioning this to Scotty, and I've got some grave concerns. I'm driving a Paywise hand-me-down, right?
I
Car.
called your boss a fraud last week.
Okay. He's at WrestleMania.
That's
at the
exactly
moment.
why.
That's why I called him a fraud. He's using his 7-year-old son as
I
an
know, it's
excuse
just
to
an
go to
excuse to get over there
WrestleMania.
and watch John Cena. Anyway.
So a light came up on my car yesterday, right? My Paywise Mazda.
Yep.
And it said, and it's flashing, right?
It's flashing. It's alarming.
Oh, well, we mentioned this earlier in the show. Battery management system malfunction.
Never heard of a battery management system.
Malfunction is the really scary word when you're driving your car at 100 k's an hour. And then I don't know what it is. So I've Googled battery management system malfunction. And it can be a number of things. It says major.
What you should have Googled is local Mazda dealership and gone in for a service.
Hey.
What are you thinking?
I'm driving the car for Paywise. Ain't my job.
Well, hang on. Yes, it is. Your salary package, it's included in the packaging. So you can take it there and it's a free of not free of charge. You actually pay for it, but it's already been deducted.
Don't give me the Paywise spiel, mate. I'm telling you,
He wants to bring it into the Esplanade.
Yeah, it's a bit like when you've got it. You wake up in the morning with a bit of a head cold and you Google it, and all of a sudden you've got leprosy. Just instead of Googling it, how about you go to your GP? Instead of looking up battery car management malfunction, look up local Mazda dealership.
As I said, mate.
Google it, mate.
As it says, if your car's moving,
Oh yeah, it gets you from A to B.
it's battery management.
It's
But we've been, how many times I've got to tell you?
exactly.
If it starts,
You've
you're
offered
good
me
to go.
no support. No support
That's not
whatsoever.
his department.
Who would you rather be, as we mentioned earlier in the show? Would you rather be North Melbourne or West Coast?
Oh, gee whiz, that's a Oh. I'll see you next Wednesday, lads. Good to see you again. So hard. I don't know at all. West Coast.
You know what you have to base it on?
I think I'd rather be West Coast because if you get rid of Harley and Oscar, you get 5 first-round draft picks or 6. And I think that's better than what... North have got all the draft picks and you're going to get a compensation pick this year for being really bad. Just... What is happening at North Melbourne?
They've recruited midfielders. They've got nothing down back. They've not recruited a tall defender. They've gone and got Griffin Locke. Charlie Comben is not the answer down back.
He's been all right.
He's okay, but he's not the answer.
No, he's certainly not the answer.
He's second, third. Like that, they've got
Larky up forward.
They've got 3 second or third string defenders.
Yeah.
At
I
best.
don't have a key one. Yeah.
At best.
Oh, okay, third, fourth string defenders.
By the end of the show, it'll be 7th and 8th.
Yeah.
But they've just gone and said, we've got all these draft picks. Let's go get midfielders.
No, it's not the... I mean, their mids are good, but it's not the answer.
But they're good, but they're still not. They're not awesome. They're not. I don't look at them and go, wow, they're going to be a threat.
There was one positive out of their game on the weekend, and it was George Wardlaw.
He is an animal.
He's just a beauty, isn't he?
He's an animal. Just wears black boots, where his hair just looks like Mowgli from the Jungle Book, and he just runs straight lines through the Sharon as hard as any man's ever done.
High pants. He goes. He's Matt Rao, high pants category.
But you start with your midfield, don't you? You can't do it, and the problem is that they've taken too long to do it. But where they're at, you start with your midfield, you get that right, and then you've got to. It seems to be the way. Then you go your key position.
But I look at you look at other midfields, and you look at other midfielders, and you're like, you've had all these number 1 draft picks, you've had all these high talented players, but you still haven't got anyone that's going to win a game from a midfield. Whereas you look at other teams and you look at the best mids in the comp, like Isaac Heaney can win a game. Marcus Bontempelli, as you saw on the weekend, can win a game. Nick Dacos can win a game.
Yep.
They've hit on good players, really good players, but they haven't turned either any of them into a game winner yet.
So Harry Sheasel just it has to. Goss is not a fan, but
has to play midfield.
He's a chipper, mate. He's a 30-metre chipper.
He's a ball security player.
Yeah, but
He
you
keeps
can
the
have
ball
that.
He's not a 30-metre chipper. He's a very, very good user of the football.
So why doesn't he use it?
Because he's
230 metres game with 38 touches the other day.
But maybe-
230 metres.
Maybe give him an option to kick to. Maybe someone down
That's
the
what
line.
I'm saying.
that's
So
bigger.
when are we going to see the real... I mean, it's all right to tell me that Harry Sheasel gets all the stats. I get all that. He finds a footy. He's nice behind the ball. I get all that.
get him in the middle and let him go to work.
Correct. Not in the defensive 50, not in the back half, not linking up the run of Luke McDonald or any of those powerhouses of the
Get him
game.
get him in the midfield. Get him in the midfield. Nick Dacos started off half back.
Yeah, and then
He's
put
been there long enough now.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
get him inside. Let him loose.
But then put someone else in that they've got in the midfield, McKercher or those sort of guys. Put them off half back.
I wouldn't mind McKercher off half back. He's lightning quick.
Yeah.
Give him a bit of run.
He's pretty hard at it.
Yeah. No, but at the moment, it's just as a proud shin boner, it is just devastating to watch. I thought we were a real chance on the weekend.
5 times they've had 100 scored on them.
It's another year of getting to the round 6 mark and thinking next year's our year, and it's just embarrassing.
Hey,
We'll bounce back this week.
We had Murphy Reid on the show yesterday. He was going to
Bruce?
training. Bruce, yes, former housemate of Andrew Brayshaw. Loved his time there.
Good.
He's now gone to a host family and his bride arrives later in the year. So things are happening for Murphy. Have a listen to this little Gostradamus and Scotty Amos little Scotty Amos.
Thanks for including me in there, brother.
Have a listen to this little farewell to Murphy Reid yesterday morning at about 10 minutes to 7. Appreciate your time. Go get them on Friday night. Looking forward to the big game here. You're in form, mate. You never know. Rising stars might be just around the corner. Have a good one.
Surely.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate having me on.
Yeah, there he is.
Have a
There's
good one.
Murphy Reid.
Wow.
Murphy Reid. What about that, eh?
And there you go.
Hey?
Old Jiffy over there, the firelighter.
We
He's
get
done
things
it
happening,
again.
mate. The AFL weren't even going to announce him.
Yeah.
And we alerted them to the fact is that we believe he should be the
Yeah.
rules.
Dill's a listener.
It's almost like
Andrew Dillon.
Oh, I
I
thought
call
you
him
said-
Dill.
Dills.
Yeah,
Just
me and
you,
Dills.
yeah,
Yeah.
first name, on a nickname basis.
Dills, yeah.
Yeah.
He calls me, come on.
He was good and has been really good all year. That first game when he kicked 4 in 10 minutes, I can see why they didn't give it to him then because he had just 10 minutes of football. But he's had a couple of other games where he's been really good.
He's been solid.
He's been very good all
contributed
year.
Every game.
Yeah. Anyway, and that's just what you do.
Seems like a pretty level-headed young man too. He seems pretty cool.
Okay, if I told you that the SEN team of the week Right. Now, I don't know who makes up the team of the week. It's just some social media.
Not you, is it?
Be careful, because it'll be you if you carry on about it. It's another thing for you to do during the day.
Can't be worse than those power rankings if Cripper's still in it.
Nah, he's not.
There you go. Good.
You can't go from 3 to not in it.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Anyway.
6-week block.
You
Anyway.
can go from 0 to 2 if you Marcus Bontempelli, I would hope.
Oh, you've been listening. You've been listening. Oh,
There he
this
goes.
We're on the same page on a lot of
This is a
things, let me
disgrace.
tell you.
There we go.
This is a setup.
There we
They've just
go.
doubled, they've fisted each other, so to speak. Rightio. They've just clenched fists, thingo. Alrighty. Hey,
Boy,
hang on. Right. So, where was I? Hey,
I've got it in front of me.
the SEN team of the week,
Anyway, keep going.
Jake Waterman got in it, in the starting 18.
Did he really?
Yeah,
He had-
kicked 4 in the first, didn't he?
Yep, and MIA, second, third and fourth. No disrespect to him. It was an
we love
electrifying
Jakey
start. We're the Snake family here. But seriously, was he in the top? He was not a contributor late in the game. It just things changed. Don't get me
Who
wrong.
were the other forwards? Peter Wright, obviously.
Yeah.
2 metre Peter would have been
Had
your
to.
starting full forward.
How good was he? Wow.
Who else
First
kicked a
game
big
back.
bag of goals on the
Look
weekend?
at the SN team of the week. It popped up on social media. So yeah,
Did anyone else? I'm just trying to think across the weekend. Anyone else kick a big bag of goals? I
No,
don't think so.
Curno's was 4. I think there was only 3s in the Collingwood
Yeah.
game.
There you go.
Peter Wright
Oh,
with
team
6.
of the week.
Oh, Cozzy would have been in there.
Because he
wouldn't
had to be in there, but a full foot, you get 3 tools in the team of the week, I would have thought.
5.
So Peter, 2 metre Peter's in there.
yeah,
There we go. I'm looking at it, finally.
yeah. Waterman, Wright,
Yeah.
Manor, Shea Bolton, Charlie Curnow, Cossie Pickett.
Good now.
Yeah.
No, well, you just look at the 3. You look at the 3 tools, Curnow, Pickett, Curnow, Waterman and Wright.
And I know they're picked on purely forward. So the team of the week, for those who don't know, so the sub is the best sub of the round, and that was Francis. So,
Darren
this
Francis
had to be
So
Aaron
you've got to have
Francis,
played
yeah.
in those positions.
Exactly.
You're not just slotting blokes in. But Jake, I'm still not
Righto,
convinced.
well, you go and find me another better tall forward for the weekend.
Aaron Norton only kicked 3. Kicked 3-3 if he kicked
I'd put
straight.
Norton in. There you go. I would put Norton in ahead of Jake Waterman.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough, actually, now that you think about
You
it.
know what?
Norton was
You're
pretty
about to
good.
bash me.
Since we
Norton was pretty good.
questioned Aaron Norton, Goss, since you and I went, well, geez, when he was here, he was dreadful. And leading up to that point, he was dreadful. Something's happened to him where I think it might have started in the Barossa, where he used to start attacking the footy again. Because when he flies to the ball, he looks fantastic.
You know
he
what
started
happened?
doing that.
VFL syndrome.
He got
Luke Beveridge said, see that team down there? That's where you'll be playing next if you don't start having a crack. He had to step up.
Yeah, and he has, though. Over the last couple of weeks, I think he's attacking the footy again like
He's going to have
used
to
do.
do even further now.
Oh, he's going to have to lift a heavy
But,
load
yeah,
down there
but
now.
do you know what? Every time Darcy goes off, he seems to fire.
He
I think
does.
he likes being the number 1 man, and I think he takes more responsibility with it.
How many weeks will Connor Nash get?
Oh.
So he's gone 4. I've said 5 min.
I thought it was, looking at it the first time, I was like, oh, that's 6 weeks. It reminded me of
David Rees
Ty
Jones.
Vickery.
Oh, yeah.
It reminded me of Vickery in the ruck against, was
Yes.
it Cox when
Oh,
he just
wow.
went and bang and
Yeah.
clobbered, and I think that was 6 weeks. But I saw, and actually watching the game, the fact that it wasn't remonstrated as massively.
That's what I
I think there was, so did this. Scotty said the same. There was a bit of push and shove.
Yeah, but not heaps.
No,
There wasn't.
But I do think the concern from Geelong was more about the player on the ground with his eyes rolling around the back of his head,
Yeah, but he went
tipping
off
him
after
over.
a bit.
and they tipped him over on his side because he was obviously.
Yeah, but
change.
then there was
Dragged him
then
up
there was the
and-
entire rest of then there was the rest of the game to play out.
Yeah, go after him. I'm with you on that.
You
I was
remonstrate
surprised.
if it's a bad.
So what do you put that down to? I don't understand what you're trying to say.
I put it down to it might not have it didn't obviously look that bad live. Well, it mustn't have.
Okay, it didn't look bad
Well-
live, but it looked bad on replay. and I've seen the
certainly,
replay
it
700
certainly
times.
looked horrible on replay. But anyway, I think he gets. I think they just say 6. I think
6?
it's like you
think
can't.
I agree.
You've just roundhouse club fisted a bloke in the face,
Yeah.
and
Knocked him out.
yeah, they've been a lot about outcome over action. Now they're starting to swing towards action. This is the first case of action and outcome being poor.
And he's going to miss 2 games, Big Myers, because they've got 6-day breaks. 2 6-day breaks. That's
Yeah.
12 days.
But yeah, that's. I think this is the first time all year it's married up where the action and the outcome have both been really bad. Like the Jacko Archer one, the outcome was bad. The action was just you can't do anything. But he got 3 weeks. There was one the other week that the outcome was fine, but they punished the action.
That was Vossi.
Yep, Vossi. And now this is the first time where it's action and outcome have both been bad, so I reckon he gets 6.
So in the Paddy Voss trial last week, Jeff Gleeson, who's the chair, says the tribunal will generally put, quote, little if any weight into how players react to incidents.
Well, that's a lie. Whoever said that? Who said that?
Jeff Gleeson, he's
Jeff
the chair.
Gleeson. That's a lie. That is a blatant lie.
As
and
a Queen's Counsel, be careful calling him a liar.
Well, no, that as probably the King's Counsel now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, good point you make,
I
too.
wouldn't have thought. Thank you. Why do you ask? That's a blatant lie. Sorry, Jeff.
All right. Bailey, we've touched on this. Bailey Smith got 2 fines. One for ditching the ball into the head of Jarman Impey, and another one for
Flipping the bird again.
flipping a bird again.
Only to but in his defence, only did it to about 10,000 people.
Yeah.
It was right in front, right of the members.
Yeah.
Can't
love
do
him.
it. Can't do it in the front of the members.
I just love everything he does.
Yeah.
And he wears it. He goes, I shouldn't have done it. Yeah. Sometimes, you're doing something, you go, why am I doing it? He just does it.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
I really like the complete honesty in those interviews.
Yeah.
Like you look at last week, and so they said, "Oh, do you regret doing it?" No, not at all. They were ragging out my captain this week. Yeah, probably shouldn't have done it, but sometimes your arms just do things.
You said that. When your brain's telling you not to do it, but
and you
you
just
just
do
got
something.
no control over it.
Yeah, and
love it.
And he's playing.
He's
playing really good football too. So it's like, you just you go with it. But yeah, he'll get. Does the fine double every time he does the bird from now on? Does he get 2,000?
1,000.
Just another 1,000.
It's just expensive, I know that.
Just $1,000 for a bird and $3,000 for a physical assault outside a pizza shop. Unbelievable. When you put it like that,
Yeah.
$1,000 the AFL have deemed flipping a bird,
Yes.
and Noah Bolter's got just 3,000.
Let's get our teeth into the tips. It
I've been
starts
good.
tomorrow night.
I've been excellent.
Sorry?
I've been really
I had,
good on the
I had a
tipping.
stinker last week. I got 2. The Ox got 5.
Hmm.
So I owe him a bottle of red. Yep, so I went and bought the cordial yesterday, the IGA. Rightio. Tomorrow night starts from Melbourne and Richmond, both coming off wins.
This is a blockbuster.
No Noah Bolter.
Blockbuster on a Thursday night. Melbourne win. Melbourne have to win. Richmond have got the flash in the pan syndrome where they're good for somehow win a game. They've won 2 this year.
So you've switched to Melbourne.
Well,
After
how can you tip Richmond?
because this is what you said last week when we asked you about your tip between Fremantle and Melbourne. Melbourne, Fremantle, MCG. Fremantle have gone straight from Adelaide
To Melbourne.
to Melbourne.
Yeah.
What is that?
Don't know. Come home, have a week, then go over.
What is that?
Don't know. I'm not sure, but I think they'll win still. Melbourne are rubbish. How bad are they?
And a couple of injury concerns at Melbourne.
Yep. And Cozzy Pickett's just signed with Van der Wieland. Didn't he have a real good resume game? No, but I stand by the fact that I don't think Melbourne are good. Fremantle are also not good, and Richmond are worse. So Melbourne will win.
Fremantle not good worries me.
Yeah, it certainly
The
worries
coach
me.
went off his cocoa banana yesterday at training.
Good.
Did he?
Went ballistic.
Took the decibels up to 4, did he?
No, he apparently stopped them and gave them the absolute
Great.
round table.
Great to see. We need more
winched
of
the
it.
whole lot,
it's
pointing fingers at blokes just weren't looking at football. And not, yeah, it was a
Poke
bit of
some
that.
people in the chest.
Don't know about that physical nature.
Let's
of it.
get a bit of Terry Wallace. I'll spew up back.
Yeah,
Get a bit of
apparently
that.
had a crack at him, serious crack.
Good.
The reports are that he was. I was talking to someone who was down there and said he
Great
was.
to hear.
Yeah, he went big.
I like it.
Collingwood, Essendon,
Collingwood, so good. They are just freaky good at
top
football.
of the ladder, aren't they?
Yep, and all their old players are just guns.
Yeah, well, that's the thing that's concerning. And
No, not
I'm sure they
concerning.
can do that in July and August.
I think they can. Oh, and it gets cold and the bones get a
Cold
bit.
weather, but arthritis
Yeah.
kicks in. And
Yep.
See Sheeds and Mick on the same set on Channel
yeah,
9 last
I
night.
know. I did see that.
Tad Frosty.
Yeah, yeah.
All
They're
righty.
not great fans of each other.
Fremantle and Adelaide here, 6:10 our time.
Freo bounce back.
This is a big, massive game.
They'll
for
bounce
Freo,
back.
and
Huge game.
it's exciting everywhere when you look at it. Midfields are both sensational.
Yep, very good.
Fremantle's backs are good and Adelaide's forwards are good.
Yep.
It's the Fremantle forward line and Adelaide back line where it's probably going to be one
Yeah,
lost.
I just think Freo have to bounce back. And for a team that was,
absolutely.
they lower their colours and they'll find a bit of mongrel about them this week and they'll win this game.
St Kilda, Brisbane. This is at Marvell on Saturday morning our time.
Brisbane will bounce back after
Really?
a poor performance.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were just flat.
Mind you, St
Yeah,
Kilda.
St Kilda were great,
just
yeah.
terrible.
No, they were hopeless.
Yeah, and Ross is untouchable. No one wants to challenge him on how bad they're going.
Well, you go on.
I don't live in Melbourne, mate. I don't go to the press conferences. All those blokes are on those shows that he was on Triple M and Channel 9. They've all gone soft.
Hey, does this sound? Let's reverse the roles. The Melbourne media
Yeah.
are too scared
Yeah.
to say anything
Exactly
about Ross
right.
Lyon.
Yeah.
They won't have a
Yes,
go at
Kane.
him.
Yes, I've got you,
The
Kane.
Melbourne media.
Yeah. Exactly right. Even Brad
Too
Hardy,
scared.
apparently, I got a phone call yesterday, said that Brad Hardy said, why didn't the media go harder at Justin Longmuir post-game? They weren't West Australian media, Brad. The game was in Melbourne. Anyway, Port Adelaide, North Melbourne.
I'm just going out on a limb to
Good
say.
Davies.
No,
Davies,
don't
here
stupid.
we
So
go.
you're going
Come
really
on,
well.
Davies.
No, Port Adelaide will win this,
Thank
but
you.
North Melbourne will cover the line. Whatever
All
it
right.
is, I think they'll be up and about.
Let's get to the end of these because people are writing them down and need to get on, and you need to go, and the news is coming up, and Duff's waiting. GWS Brisbane.
Brisbane playing twice, are they?
Bulldogs.
Got him. The Bulldogs. Marcus
No,
Bontempelli.
no.
Best player. He's second best player in the comp.
Yeah.
Where's MO? Manuka.
Manuka.
Manuka Oval.
They won't beat GWS up there. GWS own Manuka.
Do they?
Yeah. Things get very sticky up there for the opposition.
Oh,
Right, yeah. Gold Coast Sydney. I'm back.
Gold Coast.
Sydney.
Gold Coast will bounce back
Really?
after a
Up at
horrible...
people first?
Yeah.
Okay. Carlton Geelong MCG Sunday.
Geelong will just
Yeah.
take the...
You think so?
Yeah,
I've got a feeling Carlton might be back.
against North and West Coast.
And I'm looking forward to this one at Marvel on Sunday.
Oh, this will be a barnstorming game to finish the
Hawthorn
round.
will be in a good mood.
Hawthorn, yeah.
The Oscar Allen Cup.
Yeah. Oh.
Are they still going to... Are they going to bring him back in, or are they just
Got
going
to play.
keep him
If
dropped?
he's fit to play.
No. He wasn't dropped. He was unwell.
So dropped.
No, he was not. No, he was not. Categorically.
Just struggling.
Really struggling.
Yeah.
Really, really struggling. And we need to get behind Oscar Allen, and I'm being very serious.
Yeah, well, if he's fit to play, he plays.
Thanks for coming in.
Yep,
I
no
love
worries.
you
Off
coming in.
talks, by the way.
Hey.
If that's not clear, if that wasn't absolutely
It was very clear.
as day.
Hey, good on you, mate. Good luck. Who are you playing on the weekend?
We've got Perth. Anzac Day after, so 26th. Anzac, yeah, it's the Anzac Day game, but it's not on Anzac Day. It's our Anzac weekend clash.
The day after Anzac Day.
Saturday night.
Look out for Brandon Parfait.
Oh yeah,
The Rainbow.
Very,
He's
very,
very good. Should be on a list.
You.
Should be on a list. He won't go to anyone. Doesn't go to anyone, mate.
Oh, Hammer might
we'll
have to go to
him.
him.
I'll go. I can't keep up with him. Charlie Constable's more my speed. Just a couple of big slow lads running through the middle of the ground.
Scotty and Goss back to wrap it up next. Thanks, Emma.